University of Sydney studying a Masters of Architecture and Design, and I'm also currently working in a firm called O2 Architecture. So I got to where I was today just based on hard effort and working. Started off in high school, did my HSC here at Rosebank in 2018. I then eventually got into the University of Sydney through a portfolio entry, and then from there I finished my bachelor's in 2021 and got into masters from that. My career goal is to be able to build something in real life. So that could mean absolutely anything from additions and alterations to eventually building a high skyscraper. I would like to work more into residential, though from my experiences of everything. How I aim to get there is just through experiencing more of the workforce rather than university. I am still currently studying my masters, and it is very interesting and everything, and it's a different experience than what it is in high school. And I guess the best way for me to tackle that is just by doing more work in real time, and that means going through TAFE or working in a construction site or something like that. That is something that I would say that it would help me get to where I need to be. Of course, within every job there is obstacles. I would say the biggest obstacle for me is just learning one, how to understand university, and two, learning how to understand the job. So those are two completely different things that I find, because university teaches you the basics and an understanding of how programs work and everything like that. And obviously there's just fundamentals within programs as well, because that's just mostly what we do. Programs is what we use to draft and understanding, and obviously we have a whole bunch of standards and classifications and building construction processes that you have to kind of follow. So learning all that stuff was a big challenge, and I'm still currently undergoing it. You never stop learning as you get into the job, and you'll find that as you do progress through it. But yeah, that's just the biggest challenge I would say I find, and I guess I overcome that by just continuing to smile through it and keep on working through it, because I'm very interested in what I do. Rosebank offered a whole range of different subjects that allowed me to pursue my goal, and I really appreciated by Rosebank within the amount of support and effort they had within my time at Rosebank. And things like DT and art aren't really that selective in many other schools, and they offered many extracurricular things that helped me study and understand the process of architecture, and even the staff as well were really helpful for me personally, because they had that background experience that allowed me and enabled me to pursue my passion. And obviously even with the careers teachers and stuff like that, they had really good support for me with guiding me into the University of Sydney and achieve my goals. I guess the career highlight would be, well, one, finishing my bachelor's. I was the first one in my family to actually get his bachelor's and actually go to university. So I think that's a big highlight for me. And also just even now, I've only been working for 6 months at the firm, and I've had experience in the past with them as well. I did work experience for a year with them in first year. And also work experience in year 10. That was also just another great thing that Rosebank did, just the whole work experience sort of thing. But being able to know that your design is finally incorporated into real life, for me personally, now that I'm starting to experience that, and now that I'm putting my input into designs, it's just such an awesome feeling. I think if I had to do anything differently, it would definitely be that I would go back and do some more experience in construction. So that means actually working on a construction site before being able to do what I do. Maybe in bachelor's I could have done something in the holiday breaks to actually help me focus more and stuff like that within understanding how construction processes are. I say the biggest tip is time management, obviously. Being able to one, fit breaks in, actually study, and be able to just do what you're passionate about. That's the most important thing as a tip. The next thing is just obviously having the real world experience. I mean, a lot of people don't understand. They think, you know, just because they go into uni, that's just kind of like the end all with everything. But realistically, it's much more than that, especially within my field. It's more about more experience, real world experience, you know, from actually practicing is the best way to, you know, progress.